welcome to tonight's episode. There's not gonna be a really cool intro here because we are all broken already. Everybody.
Gravity.
Yeah. No, because I've got a thing that says I can resist disarm. So if I'm armed with Tizo, I can keep a hold of him.
I'm just saying you can't be disarmed, but Tizo can. So Tizo's arm just comes off of him. I land.
Don't worry, I can fix it.
And I'm still holding on to your arm. I'm just like, we made it.
Folks at home, Yeska's desperately trying to figure out a way to turn Tizo into a weapon. Tizo is a weapon by himself.
Yeah.
From last episode. Yeah. Goodness,
that's what I'm saying.
I could throw an army of stormtroopers at him and it still wouldn't matter. Okay, so where we left off last time is Tizo and Yeska, you jumped off of the Phoenix, headed towards a floating tank, a turreted tank below. Raven had just eliminated the officer who was outside of the tank, blasting him to bits with a TIE Fighter's blasters. 2 other Mandalorians and TIE Fighters are zinging by too, but here's what I would like to do to start this session. First thing I want to do is I want to roll a piloting check for the Phoenix with someone else flying because... And I'm going to check something for you guys because you have Agent Nath Aliko on board with you. And I wanted to see what skills she had, because if she had piloting, then it may be better to have her jump in there. But it is not looking that good for you.
How agile is she?
Well, I mean, the Mandalorians hopefully have a decent...
Her agility...
Where are my agility buddies at? Hello?
Her agility is 3. So that'd be at least 3 green dice there. So let's see what the Mandalorian warriors are. Let's take a look at their character sheets. Character sheets are still taking a little bit time to load tonight. So our biggest issue was Roll20 was showing blanks for all of our character sheets until like 5 minutes after 7. So we're hopefully that we're good. Oh, Mandalorians are the same. They don't have any piloting, but they do have an agility of 3. So,
I told one of the Mandalorians to take the controls. So
I'm co-piloting. Does he get anything from that? Like,
he'll get a boost.
Nice.
Why don't you do this? Why don't since you're co-piloting, why don't you do this for me, MG? Why don't you go into the Phoenix's character sheet, and in the part where there should be a part where it says there's a role of pilot that it's attached to the piloting checks in that character sheet somewhere.
Yep.
Change the name of whoever is in there for pilot to be Mandalorian Warrior, each word capitalized.
Okay.
And as long as you spell it correctly, it will, it will sync to the character sheet.
And what kind of challenge is this individual up against?
Well, giving the nature of what you guys are trying to do, this is a little bit more. This isn't standard, run-in-the-mill piloting here. This is trying to get close near a hovering object without like running into it or running into anything else, while balancing enough to keep your comrades atop the Phoenix without dumping them off prematurely. And things are exploding all around them, and there's actually like space combat happening in the background here. So it's going to be 3 purple dice is the difficulty. So it's going to be a hard piloting check.
You know, I definitely think we should use a light side point. Just saying.
Yeah, I think I should. I would encourage this Mandalorian warrior to.
Why don't you go ahead and do that?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can upgrade that check.
Alrighty.
And since you're co-piloting, there's a blue boost as well.
Alrighty, ready? Well,
no.
Okay.
It's not the worst.
Wait,
I guess.
How come it only gave him 1 yellow?
Oh yeah, it did.
Instead of 3 greens. That's strange.
You know what?
Is it a minion thing? It's a minion thing. He only gets 1.
Let me see. Yeah. It's a minion thing.
Why don't we do the same thing with our rebel friend?
Then the agent.
Do this instead. Yeah, why don't you just put her name in there? And
Alrighty.
And we'll just say, because it's going to be the same anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's the same role.
Yeah, same number.
So if you just put
Lira,
it's going to be, you're going to spell it, you have to put agent first with a capital A.
Okay.
Then
Agent.
space Nath is capital Nath. Then Alico is Alico, capital A.
C-O.
Yep.
Alico. Let's try this one. Ready? Well, shoot.
It only did one.
It's the same problem.
Yeah, it only did one again.
Weird.
What if I roll it as me?
Yeah, could he just roll the...
Just say you could just, on the top,
wait.
you could just do 3 green. And
yeah, you could just put the 3
upgrade.
green in the top.
We'll just do it that way, and we'll do a standard
Oh, you know
roll.
what? You know what? Are you rolling to the right of where it says the piloting skill?
I'm clicking the dice next to piloting skill, yeah.
Okay, that's really weird.
Well, you know.
I hope it's not an ongoing issue that wasn't resolved from the issues that they were having earlier with the characters.
That's what roll 20 and they're bugs. Anyway.
Yeah.
Pew! Oh,
whoa,
wow.
Look at that. We got a good
Well,
roll
that's
there.
a thing. That's a
lot of strain.
It's
Yeah.
appropriate. It's appropriate for the situation,
Yeah.
I think.
So here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That 3 strain is going to go onto the Phoenix.
Yep.
So system strain to the Phoenix of the amount of 3.
Whoa!
You are successful though. So this actually makes it that you guys are, you don't fall very far at all before you guys are able to launch out to head on down there. So you will not have to suffer any falling damages or anything from jumping out of there. But what I do need for everybody to do now is, since shots have been fired, I need everybody to go ahead and roll me some initiative, because we are in a combat situation now.
I fixed the Mandalorian's shoulder plate after I almost knock it off his arm. I'm like, whoa!
Right? Yeah, I gotcha.
Is this
You just kind of zap it. What are we rolling? Cool or vigilance?
Yeah.
This is going to be cool. You guys are well aware of a battle going on. You guys knew exactly what you were doing.
So
Yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Man, look at the rolls. Jesus.
Yeah, we're contributing, yeah.
I mean,
I'm
except
not
for Raven.
cool. I'm vigilant.
Okay, I'm going to try to go ahead and roll. I'm going to put the 2 Mandalorian warriors on there as well.
Well, they're not contributing.
Well, that one has purple on them. Both of them do.
And we've got 2 squads.
Oh, yeah, it got messed up.
Remember, we got the 2 groups of Imperial Stormtroopers down there. We got them down there as well. So there's 2 of them.
Michael, you're rolling with extra
Am I?
dice on them. Yeah.
What?
You got black and red, and then
Blah.
purple's on the other ones.
Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Roll 20 character sheet. Blah, blah, blah. Whoa.
You have to reset your dice pool.
I gotta reset it.
Yep.
Okay, so which ones do I gotta get rid of? I gotta get rid of that NPC.
NPCs.
All the NPCs.
Oh, I guess some of the PCs too.
Which ones?
06.
Yeah, 06. Yeah, that's
and the
that's
30.
bad. Boy, how about a couple? Okay. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, let's go with the Stormtroopers again. Let's try to put them back on the initiative. There's a 00. That's good. Is that a 02? There you go. At least you guys go before them. All right, and then let's get these Mandalorian warriors back up on here. Where are they at? I hid their character sheet somewhere. Here it is. Roll 20. It's still taking a little bit time to load my character sheets here.
Did we resolve the fact that Mandalorians had purples in their rolls?
Yeah, that's why he deleted them.
Okay.
Now it won't let me open their character sheet. It's loading. Come on, roll.
These stormtroopers are so uncool.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if the Mandalorians were better this time. How about that?
Oh my golly.
Better?
It's still purple.
Yeah,
Wait, that guy rolled that
again.
with purple?
Oh, they got a purple in there. Oh, it's. I had to reset the whole thing. Hogwash.
We'll keep it. It's
Fiddlesticks.
nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I think we're okay with these rolls, right?
Yeah, you okay with that? Here we go.
Right?
Here's some new ones.
Oh, wow. This is still a triumph.
Whoa, look at that.
Jeez.
Mandalorian warriors. What's up with you guys? Okay, and then I have one more roll to make. And then we'll be set. Hope that worked. Yes, it did. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we'll set these up and we'll see what happens. Ascending order. Make sure 2-3 is going to go above a 2-1. Bunch of O2s. O3 goes before O2s. Wait, how'd that 2-1 get there? Stop moving around there. Roll 20. There we go. All right, looks like we're in order. So, Tizo and Yeska, you guys land on the top of this floating fortress with a thud. You've only fallen probably about somewhere between 12 and 15 feet, as you guys can feel the air and the buzz from the Phoenix like fly over top of you. And up in the sky, you can hear the sound of the TIE fighters zooming by as well, blasting their guns and weapons as well. What PC would like to go?
I mean, I'm always okay to go first if that's fine with everybody else.
He's reckless.
Take it, my friend.
All right, so first, I'm assuming the tank is its own entity.
It is. It's
Or-
considered a
okay.
vehicle. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna mark for death the tank.
Okay. Marking for death the
Um,
tank.
Yeah, so I have to commit a force for that. That guarantees me 2 advantage on my attacks. Then I am going to use, since we don't have to move to get into combat,
Yeah,
I'm going to use 2 strain and going to use Saber Swarm.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to attack. So what's the... I have 1 blue from my quick strike. And then what's the challenge rating?
2 purple.
2 purple.
Mhm.
Okay. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and use a light side too, just because it's a tank.
Yeah.
And I am very scared of a tank. So,
The tank is my enemy.
all right, here we go.
Hey,
Well,
hey.
that's very Tizo.
That's
I
very
get
nice.
a guarantee 2 advantage, so it marks off the strain, and I have 1 advantage left.
Mm-hmm. And you also have 2 successes because of battle meditation, I believe, is still
Also,
up, right?
but yes,
Oh yeah.
so that's 7.
How long does battle
no,
meditation
6.
last?
I think I've committed all my force to it, so I can't use any other force powers until I
You're just,
let it up.
You're just staying with battle
Yeah, like
meditation.
I can't
Gotcha.
heal anybody. I'm,
Yeah, you got it. Awesome.
So that is 15 damage. I will use my one advantage to crit, and then I will use the triumph. I can use that to activate linked property, correct?
Yes, you can.
I will do that. Now that only activates it once, so Saber Swarm didn't really do anything because it couldn't activate it multiple times, but that was the chance I was taking.
So basically, linked means you're gonna hit it twice.
Hit it twice for 15 damage each. So 30 total, and then also a crit if it doesn't die.
And it's
Okay.
breach 1, right?
It's breach 1, so it ignores 10 of its armor points.
Yes.
Correct? I think that's what that means.
I believe so.
Or is it different for vehicles?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
That is a very good question.
Because I know it ignores soak, but I don't know about like whenever you're attacking vehicles. I think it makes it that you can.
I think I remember something about 10.
Breach.
It-
Weapons with breach burn through the toughest armor. They're often heavy weapons and starship weapons. Breach weapons ignore 1 point of armor for every rating of breach.
Nice.
And that ignores 10 points of soak. So it's armor 1 on this. So it does have a higher armor. So it does get to soak a little bit of this, surprisingly enough. But you definitely put 2 massive gouges through the tank as there's just glowing areas of lightsaber damage as you just start spinning the lightsaber on top of the tank. Sparks are flying everywhere. Yeska, you can't see it, but you can feel the sparks kind of just flying past you and
I'm just
bouncing off of you.
he's like swiping. I'm just like standing like right behind him, just as still as possible.
And you're activating a critical on it.
I am, yes.
All right, let's see. I'm going to roll a critical. Starship critical. What do we got? Losing power to shields.
Nice.
Oh,
Increased defense. Does this thing have shields and defense?
the ship has no defense. It suffers 1 system strain. So it's going to suffer a system strains because it doesn't have any defensive shields. It's all of its defense is in its just thick hull that it has of pure metal. All right. Anything else that you'd like to do, Tizo, as you're just going to town with your lightsaber on this?
No, I believe that is it.
All right. That brings us to another PC's turn.
I'll go.
Okay.
So after Tizo does his thing, I'll see if Tizo can lead me over to like the hatch. And I'm going to ignite my lightsaber and try to either destroy the locking mechanism on the hatch or see if I can try to like can opener this thing.
Okay. All right, just go ahead and make just a
stirring the pot.
Just do a lightsaber attack. Your difficulty is going to be 2 purple dice.
Okay.
And
with my upgrades,
whatever benefits, you have. You have to upgrade the difficulty because I think your force power wore out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. And I don't think this is a dueling situation, so I'm not going to add my.
Not against a vehicle.
He got to duel a vehicle. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. Blemmo.
It hits. Plus, you get the
+2.
2 successes because of battle meditation.
Yeah.
And it adds an automatic advantage.
That's for dueling.
Oh, just for the automatic advantage.
Wait, hold on. Let me. You would engage with a single opponent. Yeah. So that's
9 points of total damage. It does get because breach only negates 1 of its armor points. It does soak 2 of those. So you're you jab the lightsaber down through, and you feel like you're making progress around this area, but it's not quite enough to like breach it just yet.
That's okay. Just like my hero Qui-Gon, I'm just gonna leave it there and just kind of like. Let it cook a little bit. Let that popcorn cook a little bit longer.
That's it.
Wow.
Nice. Tizo, as you're witnessing this, it starts to glow bright orange around, and it's growing the spot where Yeska's just driving the lightsaber through.
Droidicas!
Anything you'd like to do with a maneuver or anything?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So we'll bring another PC into play.
I mean, I'll go.
Sure.
There's still troopers on the ground, yeah?
There are, but the way it works because you're in a starship, like it's probably going to take you your whole turn just to swing around to get back to where you can fire at them again. But you do see that there is a group of TIE fighters.
Uh-oh.
Not far from your location. And they look like they may be on to you.
All right, I say overcomes. We have more unfriendly TIE fighters incoming. Do whatever you're doing, do it quickly, boys. And I'm going to... Oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to try and swing around to get closer to my party so I can at least, like, defend them if they get too close to them.
Okay. Sure. Let's see if there's there's like a maneuver, I think, for that. I think there's a handout that has like action or starship combat or something, or let's see, pilot cheat sheet. Maybe gaining the advantage.
How to play chicken with a TIE fighter.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else we got.
Oh, that's an action, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. But...
gain the advantage is one. They've got you can do jamming, you can do boost shields, you can do. Well, I don't think TIE fighters have shields.
I don't think TIE fighters.
You could scan the enemy. There's that as an action. Slice enemy systems. That's more of a computer-generated thing.
Where is this?
If you look down under handouts and then game guides, there is a pilot cheat sheet. If you open it up, it'll show you a bunch of...
it expanded.
Yeah, it shows you vehicle maneuvers and vehicle actions that you can do. Just kind of tries to fit it all onto one page. There's a maneuver called Punch It, where you just blast it into full speed, but you take some strain to do it.
Okay, so I guess for maneuver, how far away am I from the group right now?
Group of TIE fighters or your group of friends?
Or on my group. How far did I fly past?
It would be short under the planetary range bands. So for personal range bands, it would be like extreme range, but for planetary, it's short because they're both two different range bands.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I need to get closer to my party, so I'm gonna for a maneuver. I will fly closer.
Okay.
Kind of do a UE.
Yeah, you do like.
And
a UE.
then for action, I guess I'll do gain the advantage.
Okay, perfect. So when you make a check, you're traveling at a speed. I would say you're traveling at a speed. You don't really. I guess you're trying to gain the advantage against the TIE fighters, or try to avoid the TIE fighters, or are you trying to gain an advantage on the tank? Would you say? Who are you trying to gain an advantage from?
Can I gauge how many are incoming? 2, how far away are they?
It looks like a group of 3 in formation.
Right.
And it looks like they saw you guys shooting down at the tank. So yeah, it looks like a group of 3, and it looks like they're kind of headed in your direction. It looks like they're about probably a medium planetary range from you guys right now. So not quite in firing range, but enough that you can tell, and you can see them on your radar as well.
Yeah, I'll just I'll gain the advantage on the tank then.
Okay. So you are traveling way faster than that target. So you're just going to make a piloting check with 1 purple dice difficulty.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, those advantages. Nice. So we've got on here that you can, with gaining the advantage, it says that you can cancel any evasive maneuver penalties, both self and on target. So if they try to take any kind of evasive maneuver against you, it will negate it because you succeeded.
So this tank tries to like run and hide from us.
Yeah, if it tries to hide from you or turn away or try to dodge your attacks whatsoever, you won't have any like setback dice or anything added to any roll against it. Also, it says on success, you choose a defense zone to attack and hit. So I guess you can kind of pick as an area of the tank that you're trying to kind of gain the advantage on? Like if you want to hit it from the
Sure.
top or the side or the front or back or wherever you're
Well, the
you're
boys
thinking.
are on top. So
Yeah.
the boys are on top, so I would go from the front then.
Okay, perfect. Yep, and that's going to give you. So basically, it basically makes it where it can't avoid you, and you're pretty much staying on target for it.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool.
Awesome. It works better. That one, it's kind of tanks are a little bit iffy on that one.
Right. Yeah.
It ends up working better sometimes with other starships because it gives you a little bit more of a benefit, but that's still a good idea there because.
No,
you're trying to-
Raven knows that this tank is what's jamming all of our communications, right?
Exactly. That's what you guys.
So
that's why you guys
that's
came
priority
this way.
1 for
Yeah.
Raven right now.
You got it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, you have no problem. Like the Raven, this thing handles so much better than the Phoenix. Like
tell me that. Oh no.
it turns on a dime. Like the minute you
Oh,
turn
keep
it, it's like
it!
zzz, and it's like gone.
I want to keep it. Damn it.
Like
Do we have room in our garage? We just need to get.
We just like land
just
it in the
need to-
Phoenix, like park it in
Well-
the Phoenix.
Well, what we need to do is we need to get some kind of like freighter, like big
Mhm.
freighter, and we can
A
just
good
park all of our
yeah,
stuff.
freighter ship for all
Like
the
just
other
have
ships.
like a portable garage.
there you go.
If we win this battle, maybe we can ask for one.
Damn it, you're making Raven want to keep it. I'm gonna take a conflict point because she really wants to keep it, and she might, which she'll probably take conflict for later. But she's thinking about it right now.
And we'll mod it so Dran can look at it and not want to blow it up.
Right.
If comms, if you guys could hear in the comms right now, I'm sure Raven would be like, "Woo!"
This is
Bloody awesome!
the one of the Mandalorians, if it's okay with you guys, is going to take a shot at some of those stormtroopers below, since they were zinging by at the same time Raven was. So let's see. I've got a TIE Fighter Mandos sheet right here, and I hooked them in there. I hope it works. Can't remember what difficulty I gave you last week, Christy, when you attacked down at them. Do you remember what difficulty I gave you?
Rewind and
I
see.
think it was 2.
It was 2 purple. Did I add any setback to it or anything?
It's a silhouette thing, right?
No.
Yeah. So
All I'm seeing is 2 purple.
okay,
I think it's 2 purple.
2 purple. Yeah, because you
It's
guys
like
were singing.
planetary close +1 because the silhouette difference. That seems legit.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna try to use this character sheet to fire this, and we'll see if it rolls through. So, medium blaster cannons firing from the TIE Fighter from one of the Mandalorians down upon the Stormtroopers. It didn't roll right. Well, it might have, because I forgot they don't have gunnery, and this is based on gunnery.
Don't they get agility on their gunnery, or is that not a thing?
Gunnery? It could be.
Gunnery is based on agility.
It's based on agility, and their agility is
'Cause
3.
it's guns.
Let me try something else. Let me try this. Nope. Did the same thing when I changed it to ranged heavy.
Might be a few more bugs in the system.
I think so.
Roll 20? What are you doing to us?
I think so.
Roll 20, you have been very good to us. There are still a few issues.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and roll it manually at the top. And then I'll just re-roll it, because I want to make sure it's rolling the right dice here for this. Alright, so firing it down. There we go.
Nice.
So,
oh gosh.
and
Oh gosh.
that's a lot of damage. So
Yeah.
so these green blaster shots go flying down into the dirt, into the red sand, and you just see dust just flying up, and stormtroopers just go flying, just flying. All 3 of those stormtroopers just land into the dirt and are motionless. Weapons just flying everywhere. They are done for, as they are put down by the Mandalorian, and just uses maneuver to kind of just do the flyby, and that'll end that turn. So we have Dran and the other Mando left.
Who's sitting next to me, right? Or is it
Oh, this would. I'm counting the Phoenix as like one initiative. So
Okay. So it'll be like me and the who
You-
else is
you
on,
and the
on there with
Mandalor-
me? It's one Mandalorian and I in there.
you, the Mandalorian, and the agent Oliko with the destroyed droid that Tizo stabbed.
And the engineer lady.
Do we have to keep bringing that up?
Oh yeah,
I
you
love
get.
the look that Derek just gave Michael. He's just like,
Oh. Yeah.
shade.
Remember Tizo, that one that we called you out in the
Remember
crawl?
Remember that? Remember
It's
that
a time of trouble in the galaxy.
Remember-
Tizo has destroyed a droid.
Remember that? Remember that R2 unit that just casually just started beeping by and.
Here I go,
love
off
you,
to
Derek.
work.
That's it.
Just a normal day.
So
Yeah.
I've got a full complement of people in the Phoenix, pretty much. We've got enough people to man every station in the thing.
You do, yeah.
That's true.
All right. I'm going to grab the flight stick, and I'm going to take us to the TIE fighters.
Oh, you're gonna take control of the.
Yeah. I'm
Pilot?
going to nod over to the Mandalorian next to me and
All right, you got it. So you
get to the guns!
So you're using a maneuver to fly.
Yes.
Okay, so you fly.
Which I think at the speed we're at,
Yeah, you're probably at top speed on the Phoenix, right?
I think we can close. Phoenix is with that speed. I think we can close from medium to close in like a single maneuver.
You can, yeah.
Um.
So you see the TIE fighters coming, and you just pull up, and you're just going straight at them.
Get to the guns right now.
Yeah.
And
They the agent Aliko and Lyra Harden, they go running back and get ready into their stations.
cool. And then I'll also use my action as a maneuver I'll put us to stay on target on the TIE fighters, which I think upgrades attacks either way. Like we get upgrades to hit them, they get upgrades to hit us.
Okay. Upgrade ability of outgoing, incoming combat checks once until the end of the pilot's next turn. Okay. It says once, so probably the first person to use that
Okay.
outgoing would probably negate it after that. Well, no,
Gotcha.
it says once. Checks. Oh no.
Stay on target, Red 3.
No, it's till the end of the turn, so everybody will get to upgrade theirs once. Cool.
yeah, it's upgrade once.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, you guys are in range. Everybody is going for the guns. It would probably take them their whole maneuvers to like the whole turn to get on the guns. So that would kind of end the Phoenix's turn there. Bringing us the other Mandalorian in the TIE fighter is going to go ahead and I guess go for the other group. And fire away. Unfortunately is going to miss.
Oh.
But I am going to say that it is going to give... They're going to pass a boost to Raven with the 2 advantage. As
Okay.
the two
Oh, can I-
two Mandalorians like zinging down, like firing, is going to give you the benefit because they're focusing on the other 2.
Could I also because I had 5 advantage?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can spend those.
Yeah, I'll give 1 to the Phoenix
Okay.
and 1 to Tizo. No, I'm gonna give it one to Yeska actually, because Tizo can like kill as many on his own. He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Yeska
Yeska's a
and
little
the
blind right
Phoenix.
now. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm gonna
I-
ask one to
I
Yeska and one.
accept your pity help.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Tizo, you don't need my help. You're fine. Don't give
I
me
was
that one.
immediately happy and then immediately sad.
Yeah, it's like I saw
I'm
his
sorry.
expression on his face go from like this, and then he was like,
Oh. Next time. I got you.
all right. An NPC finally gets to go. The floating fortress is going to fire one of its cannons at that last Mandalorian that cruised by in the TIE fighter.
Oh no.
So let's go to this and see what this is going to be. They have 2 turret-mounted heavy blaster cannons. Going to be firing on this individual. 2 purple dice is going to be the difficulty as he's zinging by. I'm going to go ahead and use a dark side point and I'm gonna give him an upgrade on the check. As you guys are on top, you guys are trying to like
upgrade back.
you upgrade back, okay? You got it. Upgraded difficulty. Yeska, you're trying to burn through this. Tizo's just going, just trying to carve into it. And you, it's like in the movie Saving Private Ryan, when that tank is just slowly like turning and you guys aren't really noticing it, and then the gun raises and you hear the TIE fighter zing by, and then it starts to blast.
Michael, can you push one back? I double clicked.
Double clicked. You got it.
Where's Tom Hanks when you need him with the sticky socks?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Sticky bomb. All right, so let's see if this rolls correctly. I don't know if it will, but we'll try it. Oh!
Yes.
Misses. The TIE fighter is just moving too quickly and just begins to spin, does a barrel roll, and dodges the blaster attack. So that's the Imperial Floating Fortress is going to continue to float. Its speed is very slow, so it's continuing to just move on towards where the landing bays are for Foundry 4. It's just keeping on moving to its target. That ends that NPC's turn. The one set of Stormtroopers was dead.
TIE fighters now?
Yeah, TIE fighters. TIE fighters are going to engage the Phoenix.
They've got to upgrade. We are on target. I'm like on full on like collision course with them.
They're just flying. They're not budging. They're just flying straight towards you guys in formation.
Go ahead, crash into me. Bigger ship.
Blink,
fool. How much armor or how much defense does your? Does it have two? It would be the front. Your front shields. What are your front shields?
We have 1 fore and 1 aft.
Okay.
Defense. Yeah. At the moment.
All right. So 1 setback. 2 purple, I believe, is close range. Let me see. We haven't had space combat in a while.
Yeah.
Starship combat. Oh, it's based off a silhouette.
We are silhouette 4.
Okay.
They're 3.
TIE
so I think it's
are 3. So
but you're coming right at them. You're like, so isn't that a much smaller silhouette?
Well,
I think it's we're within 1, right? So it's not a big deal, or
yeah, within 1 is just a standard average check. So 2 purple.
Yeah.
1 setback, and they're gonna fire. Let's see. And that's a miss. Something's not rolling. Something's not rolling right.
Everybody's
say they only have
dice.
1 green.
Yeah.
That can't be right.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a weird minion thing where it's not multiplying.
Yeah, for some reason the minion character sheets are not multiplying their. So when I look at Imperial Starfighter Pilot,
because I bet you they're like a yellow and 2 greens or something.
It should be
right?
2 yellow and 1 green.
Yeah.
Because they're good. I'm imagining that this is like trying to throw a baseball at the edge of a slice of pizza.
I will. I'm gonna make that check again. Just doing it manually because that did not roll correctly. Here we go.
At least we see what the damage.
Oh God!
That's so much worse.
Well, it's 8 damage.
8.
But we have 3 armor.
3 armor. So yeah, it soaks that. So you take 5.
Okay, we take some hull trauma.
5 hull trauma.
Okay.
They're gonna take
ripples over the surface.
They're gonna take 1 point of system strain. Okay.
And then we suffer a crit, right?
Yeah. So go ahead and suffer.
Add critical.
Yep. Add a critical and
Roll
see
critical,
what it rolls. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, we have a critical on this ship right now. Is that true? We're in tailspin.
Oh.
From
that was it.
Yeah,
We not. I thought we repaired
fixed
that.
that.
Yeah, from the.
Yeah, you guys did repair that. It should be gone.
Okay.
There should be a way you can reset that. And
yeah,
get rid of
I
it.
repaired. Okay, roll in fresh crit. Pilot cannot voluntarily inflict system strain on the ship until repaired. Oh, that's a baddie.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Kermit's looking
Yep.
for baddies.
Yowza.
Ooh, until repaired. Yeah, that one lasts. That one's long-lasting critical.
Stick's
right
locked
there.
up a little bit. What's going on?
Yeah,
It like knocks off the dish.
yeah, the dish. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the enemy fire coming in right at you. Like, they just start opening fire towards you. And that was actually all three of them kind of just opening
It's like a
fire
minion,
simultaneously as a minion group. So it's just... You just go into this volley of TIE Fighter fire. And that ends their turn. As they're basically just... You guys are almost running into each other now as they're firing to you. The last group of NPCs is actually the Stormtroopers that were missed. They're actually going to turn around and they can see you guys on top of the tank. So let's see, who are they going to fire at? Are they going to make Yeska their target, or is Tizo going to be their target? Let's see what the dice say. I want to get a d6. 1, 2, and 3. Tizo. 4, 5, or 6. Yeska. That is a 2. So that is Tizo, who's the winner.
Okay, well,
Hooray!
you're gonna have a setback. No, wait. You're gonna have an upgrade from my dodge. I take strain. So,
Okay.
and then I have 1 armor. Or 1 defense,
upgrade
sorry.
and 1. Okay. Difficulty on this is medium. They're kind of moving out of range because he's kind of still the tank is still driving, so it's going to be 2 purple difficulty on their attack. Okay. Anything else?
I don't believe so. I mean, there might be a reflection when it's like if they hit me, but other than that, no.
All right. Here they're going to take a shot at you, and they miss.
With a
Despair.
They hit the tank.
Ah!
Yes. In the hole, he's already gouged out.
They hit the tank. 2 advantages. I'm gonna say, Tizo, it's going to leave you a little bit unbalanced. So there are 2 advantages. I'm going to spend them on to give you a setback on your next turn.
Okay.
The despair is that they are going to shoot the tank and hit it. The unfortunate thing about this is
Probably don't do much.
it just does 9 damage,
Yeah.
and against a tank, it's probably not going to have much an effect on it.
It's gonna probably soak all of it, I'm assuming.
I think 1 armor point, I think, is equal to 10, like normal. Yeah, so it basically... It you know what? What I'll do say... Here's what I'll say. So, because despair is supposed to be something terrible. I will say that they're firing on this, and they actually hit part of the mechanism that's turning the turret at the top, and the turret locks.
Ooh.
Prevents the turret from being able to be moved as easily. They would have to kind of maneuver the tank to get a shot
Okay.
off. So that's what we'll say the despair does. And that brings us to the top of the second round with another PC.
Again, doesn't anybody care if I go first?
Yeska's gonna shout, Tizo, take out those cannons.
That's actually what he was gonna do. Because also, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say, Michael. I think Tizo probably would suffer some conflict for not taking out the cannons first.
Okay. Go ahead. You can just...
After it firing, you know.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead
Wasn't
and
thinking.
just take a point for that.
Okay.
I'll-
Cool.
Because you're still recklessly attacking a tank, so...
Once again, Derek, you and I are on the same page.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, right, yeah. All right.
Jump on the tank. Kill the tank's cannons.
Mm-hmm.
What will they think of next?
All right, so I already have my mark for death on, because that's permanent and ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm wanting to do here is, I know I'm already technically engaged, and technically a hawkback swoop is supposed to be used, but I looked up the thing. It says as long as you're within short range, you can use the hawkback swoop action still.
Okay.
So what Tizo's going to do is, you actually see him jump really high in the air and is going to like plunge his lightsaber like down towards the cannon to try and like just cut it in half. So I'm going to be using a hawkback swoop action to do that.
Okay.
Yes.
You got it.
And then also this thing doesn't have any defense, does it? On the first round, did it have any defense?
That would have been from a shield and stuff.
It does not have any shield defenses.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. So then, yeah, I will aim then, I guess, as
Okay.
for my maneuver.
Sure.
All right. So here
Tizo
we-
gets himself in the
Oh.
zone for another epic
gotta
hawk
use-
bat
There we go.
swoop.
okay. So I
I
get
got 3
guaranteed
words for you.
2.
Hawk, bat, swoop.
I get a guaranteed 2. Both 2 damage and or 2 success, 2 advantage. 2 from Dran, 2 from my thing. Activate 1 to use Hawkback Swoop, 1 force power. Then the other light side, I will use that for another advantage. So I have 4 advantage total.
Okay.
I will use all 4 advantage to activate Sunder 4 times, which cleaves the cannon in half. Because it's 1 advantage per Sunder.
Uh-huh.
4 to actually destroy something.
It is. That's right.
So I will do that.
You go into this spin and then go up in the air with your hawkback swoop, swinging down, keep spinning this lightsaber, and you hack the whole turret free from the top of this thing. And it just, you can hear the hissing of the metal as it's burned its way through, and it slides off the top of the tank, and the whole thing lurches a little bit. And you can feel the tank, the hover mechanisms stop working as it kind of slams into the ground, and you guys kind of have to hold on just for a moment as the whole thing just, red dust just starts to cloud all through around this area as the thing just slams into the ground with all the damage that it's taken. Yeah.
Perfect. And also, I mean, technically it's, what is that? 13 damage?
Yeah.
Also?
Yeah.
So,
The hull trauma has exceeded its threshold. So that
Perfect.
tank is no longer moving and slammed down into the ground.
I think we're good, Yeska. I give him a thumbs up, even though he technically can't see me giving me a thumbs up.
I hear him say that, and I also give him a thumbs up, just out of
Nice.
reflex.
Nice.
To the
Do you
comms.
still want me to? Do you still want to open up the top?
Sure, there's definitely people inside.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn, though.
Okay. Next PC can
Do
go.
the comms back at that point, or are the comms still down?
Actually, the minute that
Ooh.
thing hits the ground, you hear Raven screaming with joy.
Bloody brilliant!
Raven, stay with us.
Yes, your comms are now reactivated, so you guys have
Somebody is killing her.
It's any PC who would like to go, except for Tizo. He already went.
Can I just continue to try to cut this thing open? Do I still need to make an attack
No,
since
technically,
my lightsaber is still in it?
technically you don't, because where Tizo had cut the turret off the top, there's an opening into the top of the vessel now.
Or in the tuna can.
Yep, he opened up. He cut the lid off the top.
All right. Let's go get some Starkist, and I will take my lightsaber out of the kind of porthole, and probably with him, guiding me, get down to where I can drop down into that hole.
Okay. Yeah, you use your maneuver to drop down in. You can hear individuals in there. Oh, you can hear somebody sounds like he's wearing some type of helmet. Oh, there's someone here. You can hear like weapons being gathered.
I know, and I swing for whoever first was
Whoever's
talking.
voice is closest.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack. It's 2 purple dice, no setback, but you have your 2 upgrades because you're blind.
Yep. Oof.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
So I've got 2 additional successes. Is this one opponent or no? This is multiple opponents, right?
It is. It's multiple.
All right. So I've got 4 successes and a despair.
Okay. So focusing in on your meditation that you've been doing, Yeska, you kind of get the idea that when you started to get your lightsaber out and attack the guy that you heard, you cleave through one, and then you can hear like the rattling of a weapon kind of beside you on the other side, and you actually take down 2 individuals with one swipe as you kind of cleave from one side of the floating fortress to the other, and you can hear like simultaneous as you slash through these individuals. You can hear their weapons like clanging to the bottom of the floor of the vessel. The despair is going to be used to, let me see, threaten despair. That's for starship combat. Where's the
Saber gets stuck in one of the.
I forgot to put blood grooves in my saber to pull it out of the opponent. Oh, wait, that's a real sword thing.
I don't know where. Did I have a regular handout on here that was just Despair and Triumph for just regular combat, not starship?
I feel like I've seen what you're talking about, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I thought I put one in there, but I guess I might not have. I got it in here somewhere. If not, I think I'm gonna use it to. Here, I can grab this. There we go. My apologies, internet. I've got the game master screen here, and it has these in here. It'll help me out. Threaten despair in combat. Okay. As you're kind of coming across and you make this swipe, you just lose your balance. You slip a little bit, Yeska. And
I just beef it?
yeah, you just beef it. You slip. And your foot just kind of like some of the dust that got, thrown up into the air when this thing landed kind of came in, and you slip on a little bit and you fall prone down there in this tank. So that's what the despair is.
Like on my back or my stomach?
Your back.
Okay.
Oh.
I can still swipe on my back.
So
It's like judo. You're more dangerous on your back.
Yeah.
So you
now we're in melee range.
So you have fallen prone. Now bring us to any other PC who would like to go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
So is the tank destroyed, or is it still up and going?
It is in the dirt, no longer hovering, and you just watched Yeska jump down inside of it, and it looks like it's just sitting there. It looks like it's smoking, and doesn't look like it's.
Is there any other troopers on the ground?
There's that one group of stormtroopers just a little bit away that were firing at Yeska and Tizo.
All right, I'll take them out.
Okay.
I'll go for them.
So I'll basically say it'll take one maneuver for you to fly towards them, and then your action will be to fire on them. So.
Sure.
It'll be 2 purple dice because you're kind of zinging by them.
All right.
So that'll be the difficulty. Oh yeah.
Jeez. Oh no.
Yeah. Those
boots.
You want to go ahead and describe how they are no longer there?
You just see this line of fire, like in between, like my party and this group, and it kind of just does a little circle as I'm like banking around, and you just see dust. And when the dust clears, they're all on the ground, not moving.
They're just all in the dirt. That's right. Fantastic. You do have 2 advantages there you can spend if you'd like to.
I will give it to Tizo because he's a big baby.
Oh, I forgot to use my advantage or my boost that I was given. My bad.
You can hold on to it.
You can hold on to it till next time.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
got you.
It seems Raven is really liking this TIE fighter.
I'm very pleased.
Oh, that brings us to another PC. Looks like
I guess we could go in the Phoenix.
we got the Phoenix and the Mandos
Right.
and TIE fighters left. Yeah.
Yep. On the Phoenix, I'm gonna try to instill fire discipline. Since we've got some people manning the turrets,
Okay. What does that do?
so I have to make a hard leadership check,
Okay.
which I'm only okay at. I'm only like okay, so we'll see. I'm gonna use the light side to upgrade it here,
Okay.
and we'll see if this actually does anything. No, it fails miserably with advantage.
So
The advantage.
yeah,
It doesn't work, but it's really sweet that he
it's-
tried.
it's-
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
what exactly is that ability? What does it try to do? What is the attack?
It tries to grant boosts to the next allies on board that are firing a weapon. So
okay. So you're just giving them kind of like a motivational speech, to help.
Yeah,
their fire and
like
stuff.
which
Yeah.
doesn't work. It says you can spend advantage to inflict system strain, but I don't know if the assumption is you have to actually. Oh, per hit. Yeah, I guess
you can't
since
do that
since it
anyways.
doesn't succeed, you can't. Yeah, because you have to get a success to do the advantage.
True. Yeah.
Well, also, we have the
Uh,
critical on the Phoenix that you can't do system strain stuff anymore, remember?
I can't do system strain to our ship.
Oh,
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, we can't.
I
Yeah,
thought that's what it was to ours.
gotcha.
Okay.
I will pat the Mandalorian next to me and say, "It's on you."
Okay. What do you so Dren, since you're in the Phoenix, help me out determining what these other characters will do with you. We're just gonna keep them all
Okay,
as like
my assumption is
one turn. So
Yep, we've got
you got a pilot
Nath
Mandalorian.
and Lyra.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nath and Lyra, they can go on either of the guns.
My assumption is the pilot's going to try to gain us some advantage,
Okay.
and then Nath and Lyra are going to fire on ventral and dorsal. Would
Okay.
be my assumption.
Why don't you go ahead and make we're gonna make a check with 3 green dice for the piloting check for gain the advantage for the Mando.
Okay.
And it's gonna
3
be
green.
You guys are traveling at the same speed, so it's gonna be a 2 purple dice difficulty.
Okay. 2 purple dice difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
So that roll is going to come out to a fail.
Unfortunately, he cannot gain the advantage on these TIE fighters. He's having
Don't worry, I know how it feels.
a.
Failure is part of learning.
This thing is just so clunky. I just can't get it to.
Yep. If we were in TIE fighters, it'd be a different story.
So
Now we've got Nath.
You hear Agent
Lyra?
Nath Alika say, "Yes, yeah, told you it was junk," over the comms.
Don't say it.
But now Raven can hear.
What did you just say about my ship?
Nothing. Jam comes.
I'm gonna come around and
So like you see Tizo on top of the tank, and you see Yeska inside the tank, and each one of our faces individually goes, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Well, what's great is you fell prone, so you're looking up at Tizo right now outside of the tank, and you guys both like are more worried about what Raven just said than you are about the people down here.
Yep.
That's awesome. So unfortunately, the Mandalorian wasn't able to gain too much of an advantage. Now, technically, you're still flying, so like, what is he going to do? Is he going to fly like above these TIE fighters? Is he going to fly below them? Is he going to arc around?
Banking so that
Banking.
we can get ventral on them. It would be my assumption.
Trying to
And trying to keep up their speed. We're at
Okay.
3. I don't know what they're at and how that influences bands. They're not.
Okay.
They haven't flown away from us. Right?
No, they haven't. So
Yeah.
you're trying to get a ventral position on them. That's what you're trying to fire.
Well, I think we want to be able to hit them with both arcs.
Okay.
We're in.
If you turn around them, you'll only be able to hit with one gun.
Oh, I see. What you mean. I see what you
You know?
mean. Yeah.
So it's going to be the issue of, well, either way, you're kind of in trouble because if you go over top of them, then you can only fire the bottom weapon. You go
Yep.
under them, you're only firing the top. It just kind of depends on. None of them are very good. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
The agent is probably the best. Let me check. Let me check Lyra's real quick. Where's her character sheet? There it is, Lyra Harden. If I remember right, she wasn't a combatant.
Yeah.
And this is based off of gunnery, so it's only 2 green. 2 green for her. And I'm sure the agent probably has 3.
Oh.
Because of agility. Yep. It's 3 for Agent Nathalika.
We got to angle Alico toward these guys.
Okay, is that what you're gonna do?
Yep.
Protons or the quad blasters?
I'm assuming. Jeez, I guess we didn't specify who's on what, right?
We'll say that she's on top if you want her to be on the ventrals.
Cool, and that is the quad
Or
blaster.
dorsal are on top. Dorsal's top.
Oh yeah,
Ventral
dorsal's
top.
top. Yeah, dorsal's like a short fin. Yeah. Okay. So that's... All right.
So you can make a check to fire those. It's 3 green dice.
Okay, 3 green dice.
Difficulty is 1 purple because of the range.
Okay.
Or no, wait, 2 purple because of silhouettes.
Okay, so 3 green, 2 purple.
Mm-hmm.
Would she be aiming on her turn? One can assume.
Yeah, she can. Mm-hmm. So blue boost.
Cool. Boom. Okay, that's a 1. And that weapon is...
I think it's base 6.
Damage 5. Unless...
Why is Raven saying damage 6 when she shoots?
We have a dorsal turret mounted...
Oh, yeah, that's the TIE fighter. Yeah, okay, so it's 5. So you got 6 total damage.
Oh, it's accurate 1. It's accurate 1 with auto fire. First time firing.
Yeah,
so accurate.
Yeah, roll another blue boost because it's accurate 1. Yeah, there you go. All right. 7, 2 advantages. What's the critical rating on that gun?
Critical rating on that one is 3, so it can't roll a crit. It can trigger 2 advantage. Can trigger auto fire, right?
It can.
Although then we would have had to roll lower to get auto fire for this. Yeah, so it's 7 damage.
It's only 7.
And passing, and passing a boost to the TIE fighter, I assuming, because we're distracting these TIE fighters.
All right, 7 damage. It
7,
does have 2 armor. So it takes a shot. It takes a hit. But surprisingly enough, were you firing at the first TIE fighter or one of the others? There's a group of 3. The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes a lot of damage, but surprisingly enough, even with smoke and sparks coming out of it, it's still moving.
Oh my god, we got trouble! End turn.
Okay. Then the 2 Mandos go, and I think they would probably just zing up there and help you guys because they can see those TIE fighters engaging with you guys. So they're going to follow along with you, take 1 movement to get into range, and they're both going to just fire at the enemy TIE fighters. So the first one sees that one is sparking and smoking and just goes for that one and just fires at it. So let's go with... If I remember right, these things weren't rolling correctly, so I gotta roll them at the top. So 2 purple dice. 1 Mando fires and hits. And that TIE fighter that you just struck, immediately you can see that it just explodes. And through the fire and smoke from that TIE fighter, zings another TIE fighter.
Oh.
As the Mando just flies through the rubble. So that TIE fighter has been destroyed. And the other TIE fighters, the other Mando engages another one and tries to attempt to fire at that one. And hits again. So it's 8 damage. And actually, that is enough to destroy it. So as that one explodes, you guys hear another, the Phoenix kind of rattles as you see another explosion off to the side. And then another TIE fighter zinging by you. Just flying by super fast. 1 advantage.
Great job, crew with a Phoenix.
They're gonna pass a boost on to the next PC who goes. So we got NPCs. The 1 remaining TIE fighter is going to shoot at. Is gonna move past the Phoenix, is actually going to fire upon one of those Mando TIE fighters as it saw that it was blasting at the others. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that when minion groups start to diminish, so do their skills. So let me double check what the gunnery is on this now. Only 3 green now. That's what the character sheets aren't doing. They're not like modifying minion groups for some reason. So 3 green. I'm going to go ahead and use a dark side point, and I'm going to upgrade, since I got a lot of dark side points sitting here. Upgrade that attack. It's at least giving me yellow in there. They don't have any armor on these things. 2 purple dice difficulty. And fires away at one of the Mandos. Misses. With advantage. We'll pass a boost. The next NPC that goes. The Stormtroopers are dead. That were outside. So all that's left are those guys that are inside the tank.
Oh no.
It's okay. I got something.
Tizo and Yeska aren't trapped in there with them. They're trapped in there with Tizo and Yeska. Like.
Okay. Dang. Okay, Yeska, you hear like a few footsteps, and like one guy shouts, "Quick, get his weapon!" And one guy you feel like one guy jump on top of you.
Like my lightsaber is still ignited. Like he's jumping on top of the lightsaber.
Yeah, well, no, he's jumping at you, and he's trying to grab your hands. So we're gonna make a contested check here. And the way that we do in
I have resist disarm, so
okay.
I will suffer 2 strain to avoid being disarmed.
Okay. All right.
No, gracias.
So I won't even roll. They spend their whole action you feel this one. It doesn't look like they're wearing much armor. It's not a stormtrooper. You don't feel like a stormtrooper just jumped on top of you. But somebody is trying to pull the weapon from your hand, and your grip is just
we're turning the blade back and forth.
That's right. Yeah, it gets closer. Yeah, but that's their whole turn. That's all they can do because you use that ability that you have, and they can't take it out of your hands. So, focusing on the force,
iron grip.
Add that iron grip. That brings us to the top of the next turn.
I think I would take a point of conflict, for someone trying to take my saber.
Okay, you may.
There's not much for Tizo to do, so I don't want to go first this time, but I am gonna. Tizo's just gonna pop his head into the tank, see that they're wrestling with that, and be like, "You got that right."
Course. And I'm gonna just use my powerful forearms to kind of just twist this and bring my lightsaber just into this guy's head.
Okay. Just we're just calling this basic lightsaber attack. And what you see, Tizo, when you look down there, is there's 2 Imperial officers in there, and one of them is on top of Yeska, trying to pry the lightsaber out of his hands, while the other one is just getting his blaster pistol out and is just kind of pointing it down towards Yeska there, as he's trying to do this. So Yeska, go ahead and make a lightsaber attack with 2 purple dice as your difficulty.
All right, and the 2 upgrades.
2 upgrades. Since you are prone, it does add, and you're wrestling around, it is going to add a setback to your pool.
And I believe I've got a blue boost from earlier. And didn't Christy also pass on another boost to the next PC?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, you should have 2 blue boosts then.
Okay. Here we go. So that's 3 successes.
You hit them. So go ahead and describe it, because it's going to be enough to put them down.
It's like it's like the blade is like wavering in between our two faces, and it's like I've got this like maniacal grin as I just like force it just back onto him, and it just kind of goes right between his eyes and just sears into his brain.
He starts to scream, but then it's muffled.
And I'll yell up at Tizo. Of course I got this. Who do you think you're talking to?
As he just kind of tosses the officer off to the side of him.
I guess I'll. Yeah, and I guess I'll use my maneuver to stand up.
All right, you got it. Standing back up, bringing us to another PC.
Yeska, you mind if I borrow your lightsaber for a second?
No. And I'll just.
I just want you to hold it. I'm going to use move on the lightsaber while it's still ignited. And since I have the upgrade that the character may perform fine manipulation of items, allowing them to do whatever he would do normally with his hands via the power, I'm going to just basically move the lightsaber out of his hands and straight towards the Imperial. That's the other Imperial that's in the
that is
cabin with
so
him.
good. That is so good. What do you have to just roll force dice to do that?
Always.
I have to use it's force plus it's a silhouette of 1 or no, it's 0, so it's going to be a difficulty of 1 check
Okay.
to do this.
Okay.
I have to roll force with it, and then I have to make a ranged attack.
Okay.
So
Sure. That's brilliant. I love it.
Another conflict point, I think, for me.
Yes, definitely.
This one of pride, because just he doesn't like other people doing stuff for him like that.
I have to use it. I have to use a destiny point because I only rolled 1 white.
How many do you need to
but-
use?
I have to use 2 because 1 to activate the movement ability, and then because I'm assuming it's within short range.
Yes.
Yeah. So just 1 to activate move, and then 1 to activate the fine control. So
Right.
I have to use
You suffer 1 strain, 1 conflict.
1 strain, 1 conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, it does whatever I guess the damage of, because I get the 2 successes from Dran
Yes.
guaranteed, so it hits.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I have that many advantages.
Oh,
So
God.
yes, how much damage does your lightsaber do?
Its
6
base is 6.
with a
So
with a
8.
critical of 2.
I will spend 2 of those to crit, and then I'll use the other 4 to heal strain.
Okay. So it does 8 wounds.
8
right?
damage plus a crit. Yeah, I don't know if that's
Okay.
going to be enough to kill him or not, but you know.
Well, that is enough. So you can go ahead and describe it as it takes place.
I basically, as soon as Jessica says yes, the
'Cause
lightsaber just
these guys
flies.
aren't technically, they're not, I'm not using the same like I'm not using the same just general officer character sheet. These are more like minions in here, so I'm using minion
they're like-
rules on them. Minions.
So I, as soon as Jessica agrees to let me borrow his lightsaber, it flies out just like basically like a bullet or like a needle or something goes straight through the guy's like chest where his heart is, and then the lightsaber comes right back to Yeska's hand.
So Yeska,
Thank you.
In that split second, your lightsaber leaves and then returns. As you heard a ah! and the clanking of a blaster pistol onto the ground, along with a body.
And then that's the end of my turn.
Well done, Tizo. Please don't tell anyone I couldn't do it.
No, you could definitely do it. I was just making sure he didn't do anything to harm you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
This is very kind of you.
Of course.
All right, and we've got another PC that can go. Right now, the only immediate threat is 1 TIE fighter.
All right, so I'll swing around.
All right, swinging around, and actually it works out perfect. Like this TIE fighter is trailing another Mando TIE fighter, and then you kind of get in line right behind. So there's like 3 TIE fighters in a row, with this guy sandwiched in the middle.
All right. So is that my maneuver to like get behind him?
Yeah, it would be your maneuver to get in position. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna shoot on him then.
Okay, you got it. So it'd be, I think it'd be 1 purple for this. Or no,
Alright.
it's same silhouette, so it'd be 2 purple.
Purple.
I am going to use a dark side point to upgrade because you could miss and hit the guy in front of him. There is that risk.
Oh no.
All right, I'm gonna do it back.
All right, you got it.
I don't wanna kill Mando. Okay.
That's a man don't.
No.
Wow.
There's
Well,
That's a lot of advantage.
With 2
with-
successes.
Oh yeah.
2 automatic successes. Yeah, so it does hit.
Drain
That's-
comes in clutch.
That is so much
all right, I'm like
advantage.
critical.
I do
Activate
the
a
most
critical.
damage of everybody on the team.
You can activate linked too and double your damage.
I'll activate linked and critical.
Okay, well that's gonna be overkill because you're gonna blow this
Well-
guy out of the sky with your base
All right.
damage. So you can go ahead and describe it for us.
So with this other TIE fighter trailing my Mando, I'm gonna go from above
Mhm.
and kind of like cut him off with like fire, and as he's like going up, I like shoot right through the cockpit.
All right, awesome. And the explosion fills the sky as Raven just zings on by. You can hear her expressions of joy once again flying around in this TIE fighter. She's making quick work as the battle still rages on all around them. As you can see in the distance, a lot of your remanufactured battle droids are engaging in battle with stormtroopers across the way. You can see the flashing of the energy blasts from all kinds of different blaster weapons to and fro along this battlefield. And now brings us, since we are an hour and 40 minutes away from the Rebellion Armada arriving, we have to do another mass combat check to see how the next stage of the battle is going to go. So, I'm going to go to my mass combat page here and get us ready to go on our check. And I believe that Derek, aka Tizo, is the next up to make the roll for the group for our mass combat check. So let me get to my page here. I'm almost there. For some reason it went back to the beginning on me. Okay. So we're going to the graveyard battlefield. There's the floating fortress. Okay. Phase 5, Graveyard Part 2. Alright, so basically it says that we start with the same dice pool. The ability and proficiency dice remain the same as the previous phase. Defending warriors have a number of fire positions from the cover of the wreckage that added a boost to the mass combat check. If the PCs failed the mass combat check from phase 4, the defenders took significant losses, and the ability of the mass combat check from this phase is reduced by 1, which you guys passed. PCs can off. Oh.
Michael's like, oh, they should have more boosts.
NPCs automatically lose.
Well, it says it can offset this, but you guys succeeded, so that doesn't matter.
We're already at
Yeah,
max.
so you guys are already max from what you can do. But one thing I did take notes from last time on your check is from
Lost
the
the
last
graveyard.
check, you remove 1 setback, but you also remove 1 boost from your next check. Because some of your defenses were damaged.
Right.
Imperial troops and vehicles continue to land. And the remaining, since there is still remaining TIE fighter support, it does add a setback to the mass combat check.
Okay.
Cool. So
what's the?
So we gotta find where was the last the one
I have
that
some stuff in group notes that I took. We started with 5 green because of the mix between the base and the Mandos and the Tals and the
yeah
battlefield.
yeah
Okay, so
I
5
can-
green.
I can go back to it and check it
And
out.
then we had 2 from graveyard setup, which we no longer get.
Right.
So with the base 5, we had 3 upgrades from Cal leading and an upgrade from battle meditation. Those were upgrades for a
Yeah.
total of
4
4.
upgrades. Yeah, that sounds right. And the difficulty for this is going to be 5 purple dice with 2 upgrades for their leadership that's happening.
Okay.
That was what we had last time, yeah.
Normally,
And
normally it would be 2 black for this. Or no,
Yeah.
it would normally be 1, but there is no black setback because of your advantages that
Okay.
you guys rolled on your last mass combat check.
Nice.
So I think it's just going to be, that's all the difficulty is going to be, 5 purple with 2 upgrades.
Okay, and then you said that one blue boost was removed. So that one blue boost that I got from something else, that removed?
It
then?
is removed. Yeah, there won't be any
Okay,
blue
so-
or any black on this roll because of
So no black at all either?
No black at all either. Yep.
Okay.
It's kind of like the good and the bad things of your last roll kind of balance each other out and it just took both of those
Yeah.
away.
Heyo.
Look at that! A success with 2 advantages on the mass combat
did
check.
it.
You did it. You
I
did
did
it.
it.
You did it.
So I felt Padres.
All right. So basically, during this time frame, defensive troops, your battle droids, and your makeshift security soldiers from Foundry 4 step into battle, and they manage to catch these Imperial soldiers in a crossfire. And you can see that they've got a serious advantage, and they start to take down a lot of the Stormtroopers that are marching in the direction under heavy fire. The your anti-vehicle supports, they help to kind of drive a lot of the TIE fighters and push some of the TIE fighters away as well. So you guys are going to decrease your next mass combat check's difficulty by 1 because of success on this one.
Cool.
The delays mean that it takes an additional 20 minutes, so 40 minutes for this combat phase. So you guys are down to 1 hour until the Rebel Alliance arrives. 1 hour.
Is there anything I can do with my advantage that I rolled?
Let me see. Unfortunately, it doesn't say anything about advantage on this,
Okay.
but let me see something really quick. I think there is a handout that is mass combat dice results. Let's see. Advantage. All player characters can recover 1 strain for an advantage.
Woohoo. 1 strain per advantage.
If he chooses to send it.
If he spends it that way, everybody gets 1 strain. There's also a previously unseen geographic feature on the battlefield, a vantage point, blah 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 blah. Affords the acting force some advantage that allows it to upgrade the ability of the next mass combat check. That's 2 advantage. How many advantages did you roll? 2?
I have 2.
Yeah, you can use it basically to upgrade your mass combat check once the next time you guys make a mass combat check. That's
I
pretty much
think
the
I will-
biggest things there.
I think I will do that just because we could also heal strain from ending of combat.
You can, yeah, you guys got a free roll coming up.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna upgrade the next combat check.
Okay.
The next mass
That,
combat
that's
check.
fine by me. It's put a pit in front of them or
So you
Sharpened
guys,
stakes or
so you guys have an upgrade to yours, and you have a -1 difficulty because of your success on this combat
Nice.
check. So you got to upgrade. So this will be on the
Be on
next
the
mass
left
combat. That's awesome. Yeah. So there you go. Well done. So yeah, you guys can hear this stuff coming through in your comms now, and it seems like you're gaining an advantage, and you're holding them off. You can still tell that they've still got the numbers game on you. They still have the advantage, and there are still TIE fighters that are present. Looks like several squads of TIE fighters are still kind of zooming through and trying to clean house. So let me go to my...
Mando, let's get these guys and pick them up. We got to bring them deeper into the battle.
And as you guys are doing that, and things are you're doing really well. The group has the advantage, and then you start hearing panic over the comms. They're deploying speeder bikes. We got speeder bikes incoming. Also, we got some ST walkers. Walkers on the ground. Walkers on the ground.
Oh. How do we land?
It's tradition. It's tradition. I have to call dibs on any vehicle.
Where is that located? Like, are we near that area, or?
It's coming from the eastern side of the battlefield. I'd say you guys are on the northwestern side of it. So
Yeah, so basically almost like the opposite.
almost, yeah, your opposite angle from where it's coming in.
Fat ships. We're gonna go deal with it.
So
Yeah,
there are some options here. Like, you guys can just engage groups of militants. You can engage speeder bikes. You can engage ATST walkers.
You guys want glory.
Or
gotta
those of you in the air can engage remaining TIE fighters. So really, the battle is up to you guys where you guys want to take it during this phase.
I think the Phoenix would pick up Tizo again and bring him to wherever we're going next. Like,
Okay.
Phoenix would
Yeah.
pull down and,
I personally think what we should do is, like, me and Yesko again will get out onto the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the ships could either help us, like, take out the walkers or TIE fighters. Your all's choice. But
yeah.
and then me and Yesko can do things on the ground.
The ATSTs
we'll
are
do
the
that.
chicken walkers, right?
Yep, chicken walkers.
So
You're gonna get in one, aren't you?
does that sound good to everybody else?
What are you doing? Are you going?
What I said was
The
me and
Phoenix
Yesko
is
go on the
gonna
ground.
like jump us forward, so Tizo and I can be on the ground and try to take out the walkers,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully you and the Mandos can start picking off more of these TIE fighters.
Works for me.
So
Okay, so Duran kind of sets the Phoenix down, opens up the
Yep.
loading ramp. Yeska and Tizo, you're able to run aboard, and you guys can feel.
Crack that thing open like a.
yeah, and I'm just gonna, like, stay on the loading ramp. Just hold on.
Okay.
That way it's easier, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can get dropped off quickly, so they don't have to actually, like,
Billowing.
less of a stationary target kind of thing,
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. So, Duran, you're taking them over to the walkers or the bikes?
I think
What do
the
you guys
walkers
wanna
are
do
a
that for?
bigger threat, but
Yeah. Let's get some walkers. Let's get some big chicken.
Dran, can you fire on the walkers as we approach?
Yeah. I'll go.
What do you do?
Lyra, do you think you could take damage control, and I'll control that one turret from here?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Great. You did bad.
Are you trying to say you're better than me?
Not at all. We did damage, and we need a true expert on it.
I'd prefer you take the seat anyway. This isn't my forte.
I'll control it from the co-pilot spots in case I need to do other stuff with it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Lyra comes out of there anyway, and she gets some tools ready to do anything that she would need to do to the ship if it takes any damage. Okay, so you're gonna try to fire at one of these walkers as you're pulling up?
Well, I think as we pull up, I'll lay down some covering fire while I'm assuming the Mando is going to get us into a spot where, the big guys can, can jump on these things.
Is that the plan, to drop in?
I'm assuming that's
Yep.
the plan.
Okay, well, let's do this, because they're gonna see you coming.
Yep.
So let's see what order this stuff takes place in, because these do have planetary weapons on them, so they can fire if they need to.
I'm assuming
Can
this
we
is
get our
cool
forward
again.
shields up?
Yeah, these are all
Ooh.
cool checks.
Okay. How's this going? Cool. Okay. And I think the penalties is still impacts the Phoenix till its next repair.
Yes,
Can't
yeah.
willingly take system strain. So basically, the pilot gets one maneuver, and that's all we can.
So these are based on gunnery. Okay, let's see. Oh, character sheets are struggling again. Don't know if I had it. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna make some cool checks here. Make sure I clear my difficulty. Yep. Right. Checks.
Not good.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, not cool, man.
They're gonna get to go first.
All right, I got all initiatives for you guys. Now,
I believe so.
I am not going to roll. There are a bunch of stormtroopers like visible around these
Okay, like on the ground.
on the ground. I'm not going to roll for all the stormtroopers, or else it'll take me forever. So basically, what I'm going to just have them do is go at the end of the turn.
Yeah. Remember that battle in
It's okay, I'll wipe them out really quick.
That's right. It would be a total waste of time for me to go over there and do all that. Oh, well, one PC gets to go before the second one goes. That's good. So we do start.
He's gonna jump. He's gonna straight up jump.
We do start with one of these. Now, Raven, did you decide to go with them, following them, or were you going like straight for some TIE fighters or something?
Are the TIE fighters incoming to our location?
You don't see any, like, you see them like they're kind of like buzzing around trying to like eliminate the rest of those droid fighters that were flying around.
Right.
It's kind of like just buzzing around like bees all around you, like firing.
I think I'm going to stay close to my party for the moment, and
Okay.
unless I see them, I'm going to be monitoring my computers and my radar to see if they're coming in. But I think I'm going to help them with like the big guys.
Okay, you got it. So they the first one fires towards the Phoenix. As the Phoenix is coming closer, gonna fire its chin-mounted twin heavy blasters.
Oh no. We do have one defense.
One defense. All right.
Yeah.
2 purple dice.
Gets blown up.
So gunnery for this is going to be 3 green.
Okay.
That's what these guys have. And damage is 5 crit 4 with the linked 1 property. So that's what we got to deal with here. Miss.
Thank God.
Misses. It's going to
Stupid chickens.
pass a boost to
Nice
the
job,
other
man.
walker. So as
Good
they take notice of the Phoenix kind of starting to fly down lower, and all of a sudden those blaster shots go zinging by. The Mandalorian kind of tilts left and right to kind of avoid some of the blaster shots. And that ends that walker's go, bringing us to a PC's turn.
I mean, I think
I'll
the
go.
pilot. Well, we're not in any range to do this.
Oh, yeah.
It's not-
Oh, we're not.
Should we let the Mando like?
Never.
I think it's either the
install that
Never mind.
they need to be?
I think
Yeah.
the pilot either goes or the person shooting at the them should go.
I
Okay.
could, yeah, I could go. Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, Raven wants to go.
Sure.
Okay.
Take out some of these guys before they can get us. Nice.
Yeah. TIE fighter. So what's the dice pool on this if I'm going for one of the big boys?
Let me double check the silhouette on this. I think. What's the silhouette of a TIE fighter? A 3?
Yes.
Okay, so you're exact same size, so it'd be 2 purple. Well,
Okay.
exact same silhouette, not the exact same
Silhouette,
size.
gotcha.
Same size category.
So do I have to use a maneuver to get close enough to fire?
You would have to use a maneuver, yeah. Because you
All
guys
right.
are just kind of like coming into the scene and they're noticing you coming in, and as you're zooming closer, these are obviously a lot slower than you guys. So
Okay.
speed isn't an issue with them, but, you know.
All right. I'm going to buzz it. I'm going to buzz the tower and shoot him up.
All right, you got it.
Let's go, Lee.
Ooh,
Nice,
what you
nice.
do?
Oh, you can
Oh, I
do
should have had a boost. That's fine.
You want to roll 1 blue by itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I'm going before they go.
Mm-hmm.
Wash. It's fine.
So it's 9 plus 2 because of battle meditation. So it's 11. They do soak 3. That does 8.
Christy, you could activate linked by using 2 of those advantages to double the damage output if you want, or critical.
Sure.
Yeah, you could
Or you could do critical too.
you could crit, or you could do 2 for a double hit with both
Mhm.
blasters.
I'll double hit.
Double hit.
Yeah, I'll double.
And as you hit with both blasters, that thing explodes. As you come in zinging by, and as you're just buzzing by, all you can feel is the heat from the flames. And you just zing right by that walker, and that walker just slowly goes
like butter.
and slams down. A couple of the stormtroopers have to jump out of the way to avoid the walker falling, and that walker is
So smooth.
toast. And
All
you
right,
still have
let's
one
go
advantage left.
I'll pass it forward.
All right, which brings us to the second walker, the one that's still alive. That walker is going to go ahead and actually this one was a little bit behind, so it can actually see Raven, so it's going to attack it. Raven buzzing by. So I believe that's 2 purple, 0 black.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna fire.
Oh, no.
Oh
no.
Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. I might be dead now. Uh-oh.
That's 8 soakable damage. Do you have any armor on that TIE fighter? 2, so it's 6 soakable damage. What's your hull trauma? 6.
So you're at
You're at the
You're not-
threshold.
yeah.
It's not destroyed yet, but you are at your threshold. You can see.
Probably want to get out of that though.
you guys can see Raven's TIE fighter is sparking and smoking as she's like zinging by the battlefield now, taking these shots from the walker.
No. I said conflict. I don't want it to die.
You know that better.
No. That's all you hear on comms.
And that ends the walker's turn, bringing us to another PC.
We're still not in range, correct?
We need
So
Mando to fly these guys into range.
Mando's going to try to drop you off.
Yeah, because when we're not in range, we're still too high to do anything, I believe,
Right?
correct?
The ATST that shot Raven, or
Yeah, you can get to the ATST that shot Raven if that's what you want to do.
Sure, yeah, that's sounds good to me.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, MG, make the check for me. This is going to be 3 green based off of Mandalorian's agility.
okay, he's got 3 green on this.
Yep. It's going to be 3 purple dice because it's going to be difficult.
Yep. Oh boy. And he's got me as a co-pilot.
Co-pilot gives you a boost. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
think-
Bring us
I
right
think-
on
wait,
top of them.
I think Raven passed the boost with advantage too.
I did.
So
Yeah,
the
the
next,
next person.
so the next person, which would be the Mandalorian, gets the boost, which succeeds.
Woo!
Gets really close. Zings down, gets right over top of the ATST, and basically gives you guys the signal to jump, like before even getting there. So that way, whenever you fall nicely right onto the roof of this thing. What I would like both of you to do though is make a free coordination check.
Okay.
Because
Like, do you
the top
Who are you hanging? Yeah.
the top of these aren't quite as big as the tank was, so and there's not a whole lot to hold on to up here.
What's the difficulty?
3 purple dice.
3 purple. Okay.
And I guess I'm upgraded for mine, right?
Yes, you'd be upgraded if you didn't activate your force power. Also, if there's any force powers that allow you to help you on coordination
That's-
checks or things like that.
Yep.
Don't forget to
That's
apply
enhance.
those. Yeah.
This is gonna be messy. This is gonna be messy. Me no watching.
So yeah. Okay.
Misa, no, watch this one.
Oh my lord!
You roll your ankle.
Oh god.
Perfect.
I did it, but I got 3 threat.
Yeah,
That's
that
how
is
you roll your ankle and you land. Ow.
break a
Coordination.
fingernail. Like,
My manicure.
Okay, so I will use my force. And okay, so one force to activate my enhance ability to increase my coordination. The other is I can spend force to give myself advantage or success on the checks. So I'll give myself an advantage so I don't have the threat.
Okay. You got it.
Yeah.
So, using the power of the Force, Tizo, you land comfortably on the top in a 3-point stance of this ATST walker. Yeska is successful at landing.
That's kind of flop.
Yeah, he flops a little bit.
Managed to cling to the side.
And as you do that, your feet kind of like dangle down in front of this thing. And
Like
you're-
to the window.
Yeah, you're like
Just
looking
like
in the
two
window, and
boots
there's two guys
sticking.
with these like massive helmets and goggles. Like, look at, there's someone on the roof. There's someone on the roof. So it looks like they're getting ready to reach for blasters inside there too. So, fantastic. So which one? Who wants to go? Because we're at another PC's turn.
It doesn't matter.
you're-
Yes, you want
you're-
to go first?
We got
or
2
you want me
PCs
to?
in a row here, so whoever wants to go first.
All right. I'll go first. I got a new thing since we last played. Called "The Force is My Ally," so I can suffer 2 strain to perform a force power as a maneuver.
Excellent.
Nice.
So now I can activate my Farsight with duration.
With a maneuver.
With my maneuver. Is it like instead of my maneuver or as a maneuver?
It's normally an action to do force powers. So it would be your maneuver, but you could also take a second maneuver if you suffer 2 strain. Just like the normal
Yeah,
rules.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do that.
Ooh.
Okay. So with my upgrades that I have for it, that means I get now 3 rounds that I can see.
Mhm.
I only need to use 1 of the pips.
Okay.
So I'm going to suffer 2 strain to do that. So with my action, kind of flailing around a little bit. With my action, I'm going to reach down, grab my lightsaber, and ignite it, and like thrust it into the top of the ATST.
Oh, that's a cool
Okay.
picture.
Yeah,
That's a
just so
cool
you
picture.
guys know what these look like. There they are. I think most of you probably have seen them before, but just. All right, so you're thrusting a lightsaber in through the opening.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make a lightsaber attack. This is going to be 2 purple dice difficulty.
And I can see.
You can see. I am going to say this. Because these window openings are pretty small, I am going to add 1 black setback to the attack.
Okie dokie. And I've got 2
Automatic.
2
automatic successes.
Yep.
Dran coming to clutch again.
Dran the man.
That's
I
8.
do more by just sitting there. I do more when I actually try to do something.
Just doing your jitsu
Yeah.
concentration.
Okay, so you drive the lightsaber through. You can go ahead and describe how you take this guy down because he's done.
So like the pilot or the driver of this ATST is like he hears kum kum like on top and then sees a pair of boots just kicking in the wind like right in front of him, and then he sees the form kind of slide down a little bit and with one hand igniting a lightsaber and stabbing right through the glass, and before he can yell, it takes him right in the chest.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And he slumps over the console.
Oh, excellent. The other guy's just reaching for a blaster, still trying to control the other controls on the other side from inside. Perfect. I think that's all your maneuvers in action, right?
Yep.
All right, so that would bring us to another PC.
I think we forgot the NPCs in initiative because Tizo hasn't gone. I haven't. Gran hasn't gone, but also one of the Mandos hasn't gone. I think.
Oh, yeah. The other TIE
We only
Fighter
have 4
Mandos.
players. Yeah, we
Oh,
only
the
have 4
top
players.
enemy.
Yeah. So maybe we all go in this one until.
Yeah. I can have him go at the end of the round too if we need to.
Cool.
Okay.
Because I think the first NPC's dead because Raven blew up the first ATST, so we don't have to worry about that one anymore. So who's left? Is Tizo the last?
Tizo
hasn't
and
gone.
a TIE Fighter Mando. So maybe we go in that order.
We only have.
Well,
Well, does Dran count? Does Dran count as the Phoenix?
Oh yeah. So Dran, we'll just have you go 2 here on this point because you should have went when the Phoenix went.
Oh, when the Phoenix went.
Right,
Gotcha.
I kind of tried to make all that go at the same time. All those people just go at once. But we were trying to negotiate how Tizo and Yeska were going to get off this thing.
Yeah.
So you guys can go together.
So there's a quick question here. To get, because I know there's a hatch on top of the ATST.
Yep.
Is that going to be like an action to open that up, or can I would I be even able to open that up, or
You're not sure.
okay? Well, if I'm not sure,
Keep in mind, I'm
I
also
see-
dangling off the side.
I see Dran dangling off the side. Is there enough room for me to hang over and look through the other window?
If that's what you want to do, sure.
I will do that
Okay.
to be able to see inside.
Okay.
Next question. Can I see the individual's blaster that they were pulling out?
Yeah, because immediately he looks at you and is like, oh, there's another one!
No. The guy that died. The guy that died. Can I see his blaster?
Yeah, it's like laying on the
Okay, cool.
console that he slumped over.
I'm gonna do the same thing with his blaster this time. I'm gonna force move, lift it up, and I'm just gonna right next to him just pew.
Okay. Well, how does force move work? Can you just move the gun, or can you move anything
Yeah, I
on it?
can. Anything I can see, I can move with a
Okay.
silhouette of 0, and then if I increase the strength of it, it can go up to a silhouette of 4.
Okay.
So a blaster is silhouette 0, if I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And then I have
Like
the
nature,
control
right?
upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have the control upgrade that makes me perform a maneuver or a manipulation of items, allowing him to do whatever he would normally do with his hands via the power of this in this range.
That is sick, dude. That
So,
is sick.
Yeah, I will just
Brave.
force move the blaster up and then fire it right next to him.
You got it. Make your roll for it.
And since this is a silhouette of 0, it's only a difficulty of 1 to do so.
How is this possible?
Alright, and then this is going to be a ranged skill. Well, okay, I have to use a dark side, and then I have to suffer 2 strain.
Do you have
Or
to
1 strain,
you
and
have to
then
use one or
2
just-
conflict. I have to use 2.
two
Or no,
strain?
do I use two strain and 2 conflict?
Two
correct?
strain, 2 conflict, and you flip. Yeah, you flip that dark side point. Yeah.
Now, Michael, you're gonna have to tell me how much the blaster pistol does, because I don't know what what it is and everything. So
just base damage plus successes.
base damage, that's plus 6 because of
Rating.
Dran's advantage.
So that's 12. 12.
So
soak
12
points.
damage, and then I'll use the. Does it have anything that I can use 2 advantage on, or?
No, they only have stun setting. 2 advantage would
Okay.
be.
Well, then I'll just use.
yeah.
I'll use it to heal strain. The 2 that it is took.
Okay, well, you
so.
won't even have to worry about adding anything because this guy's dead. So
Cool.
You can go ahead and describe it.
I like it just lifts up into the air. The guy looks over, and I just like pull the trigger pulls right into the guy's face.
He's like, "There's another one." And just like, flops over, and then you guys feel the ATST start to lurch a little bit.
Uh-oh. I thought it was just stay standing.
Oh, nobody's actually.
But we go to Dran's turn. What do you want to do, Dran?
Yeah.
Are there any bad guys left alive around here that are?
I mean,
There's a bunch of stormtroopers on the ground.
There's a bunch of stormtroopers on the ground. You can see up above you. There's groups. It looks like flying formation TIE fighters zinging around. If you wanted to engage some of them, you could. So really, the options are totally up to you.
All right, I'm gonna grab the dorsal quad laser turret and fire off a volley at the TIE fighter. Oh, we're not close enough, right?
You have to maneuver closer to them if you want to.
And we've already moved, so we're in a tough
you're
spot.
kind of in a tough spot here.
Yeah.
Just strafe those troopers.
Just fire on the troopers down on the ground.
All right,
A
y'all.
bunch of them.
It's a proton torpedo.
That's just an explosion. That's just it
Do
just
it.
Last
explodes.
6 reach 6.
They're Nazis.
All right.
That just means you'll take out a whole bunch of them.
Beep beep beep.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yep.
Okay. So
Move the little target reticle into the little, symbols and just.
difficulty on this is going to be 2 purple.
2 purple. Okay.
Because you're just
I
firing.
might as well use my maneuver to aim.
Okay, maneuver to aim, so you can add a boost.
Here goes nothing. Okay. It's 10 base damage, blast 6, which I can activate with those advantages, I imagine.
You can. So. Oh, this is good. So you fire. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Plus, it does 6. It does 6. It does 60 to every minion group that is engaged with that minion group. So you're gonna take out with 1 blast, and you can describe it, but it's gonna take 25 stormtroopers completely out of the equation. You can go ahead and describe it if you want to.
Just grim determination on my face as I use my superior math and trigonometry skills to align the targeting reticle in the perfect spot, figuring out the direction they're going, the direction of the wind, and just press the big red button.
The big red button.
Yep.
And you guys see this blue flash come from the bottom of the Phoenix and just zing down towards the earth, and massive explosion peppered with little black and white speckles of individual stormtroopers just flying through the air in the midst of all this red dust. as he takes
Become Death Destroyer of Worlds.
There's just as the dust settles, there's just this massive crater in the red ground. Well done, Dran. Now that is slow firing one, so I think you cannot fire that one next turn. You'd have to wait a turn before you can fire proton torpedoes again. All right. So
now this is pod racing.
I'm gonna say that the walker just stopped. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take us out of initiative order for just a second. And you guys are in the you guys are on top of the ATST. We're just gonna go out of initiative order, and you guys tell me what you want to do. You guys can tell me if you want to, who you want to engage. If you want to engage, if you want to avoid the combat for now, you can always avoid and regroup.
I was gonna let Yeska get into the walker.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Does it need
Unleash
2
me.
pilots or can he do that by himself?
Let me see. Let me double check the character sheet on it. It appears that it does need 1 pilot and 1 gunner. The pilot cannot run the guns and pilot at the same time.
I will get in the thing with him, and I will pilot. Or do you want to pilot? Which would Yeska want to do?
I would really like to shoot this thing.
Okay, I will pilot the walker, and then he can shoot it.
Okay, I am gonna give you guys access to the ATST Walker's character sheet.
No, we have a walker. Yes.
We're just hijacking all the vehicles.
Let's just take everything.
Michael, can I be going on comms trying to get them registered as like an ally target? Like,
that'd be helpful.
Figure out what their transponder is and like get it, on the green.
Yeah, do the transponder.
You can attempt, yeah. But the minute this thing starts shooting stormtroopers, I think it's going to give it away.
Yeah. I just want to make sure none of our teams shoot this thing before it starts,
If you guys look under your vehicles and starships tab, you should have access to the ATST Walker now. And the character sheet is there for you guys.
Yes, indeed.
It does not have... I'm taking the hull trauma off because that was the other one.
Oh, I see it. It's at the bottom of vehicles and starships.
Yep.
Wait.
It has port mounted.
It's not in the handouts subfolder. It is not in handouts.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was in the wrong thing.
It should be.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be up.
I see it now.
Underneath your character sheets. There's vehicles.
Yeah, I was in the handout one with the ships and vehicles. That's why I didn't see it. Got it.
All right. So you guys have access to that now. As you guys find yourself in there, there's 2 dead guys in there with you, laying on the floor.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's what I want to do. Now, this is kind of an amorphous kind of battle. If you guys want to split up into groups and do different things, you can. If you guys want to stay together, you can. What I'll do is basically just whatever you guys decide, we'll like re-roll an initiative, and I'll just pick based on where you guys want to go, what NPCs you might confront, and then I'll roll initiative for them. So, it's totally up to you guys.
Well, I mean, I think me and Yeska is going to stay on the ground and take care of some ground troops.
Okay.
Let's take we take out the ground troops. We can try to take out the speeder bikes.
Also, the speeder bikes too. Yeah, that'd be smart.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go look for in my dilapidated TIE fighter. I'm going to go find the speeders.
Okay.
The Phoenix would try to cover and draw fire on all this, I think.
Okay.
I have a proposal. I'll say it in Yeska's voice. Okay, Raven, can you bail out of your damaged fighter?
I could.
Dran, you and the 2 Mandos, can you keep the other TIE fighters off of us and try to destroy as many as possible? Raven, you, Tizo, and I can go hunting for the speeder bikes, and you are on top, and you can use your jetpack.
She also has a jetpack.
True. She is a TIE fighter.
If you want to pilot the ATST, Tizo will give up his spot and just sit on the roof, too. If you would rather pilot, so.
But
Thank
after
you.
she can be on top of the roof and she can be picking off people.
Yeah, totally. That's why I said it's up to what Raven wants to do. So, Castizo could just throw things on the battlefield around too with with his voice move. So it's up to
So
you.
conflicted right now.
Yeah,
She's
like
so
Cody,
conflicted right now.
every light on your console right now is flashing. Like there's like orange and red glows coming from everything. Beep, 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 beep. Like there's so many beeps. You're going. You're like hitting all these like different compressor switches and stuff, just trying to keep this thing maintained and held together.
Okay.
Raven, you must
just
eject.
I know. I'm going to try and do something. I'm going to take conflict for this, but I'm going to try and see if I can find either a group of stormtroopers or a speeder or something. I'm going to try and aim to crash the TIE fighter and eject with my jetpack.
That's what I was gonna suggest to you do.
Okay,
So cool.
I'm going to take conflict for this because I don't want to eject.
let's see.
We'll
here's
get you
here's
another one.
here's what I want to do. I want you to
We
make
have two
I want you to
others.
make a perception test.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay.
Or vigilance. You get to choose against 2 purple dice, and whatever the results say, there's going to be multiple different varieties of things that you could see in front of you. And I'll
All right.
based on your success or failure of this check, see what has the. There's going to be a best case scenario, average, and then. So let's see what we got.
There you go.
That's good.
Nice.
There is a drop ship that's currently unloading stormtroopers. Like the door just kind of opened, and you see like the first 2 are kind of like marching out in formation.
All right. I'm going to nosedive it
Okay.
and hopefully eject before I hit.
Because
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to make a piloting test
All right.
to see
To
if
crash.
you can
To
like
crash.
to see if you can get the aim set.
A crash test.
Crash test, yes. So the piloting test here, since you're like, it's going to be pretty tricky because you got a damaged vehicle, and you're trying to carefully aim it with all this stuff going on around you. So it's going to be 3 purple, a hard test
All right.
with your piloting check.
All right. I'm going to upgrade. I'm sorry, fam. I don't want to die.
It's our last one, but I approve.
Is our last one? Are you guys okay with me using
Yeah,
it?
go right ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the dark side.
Power!
I can feel it surging through my veins.
Okay.
Sheet
All
floating.
right. And you know what? Since you got that advantage and that success, I'm going to say with your advantage, if you'd like to use it, you successfully deploy the eject without having any issues.
Yes, please.
And you launch yourself out from the TIE fighter. You guys can see the Mandalorian armor kind of glisten. She flies out of the top of this thing, and the TIE fighter just drills into the back. You see one of the stormtroopers kind of stops as he's coming out, looks up, and goes, "Oh!" Slams into it, and you just see this dropship just explode from the inside. You just hear screams and just see the flames just shooting up all around the dropship. It is destroyed, and you've successfully crashed this damaged TIE fighter into the back of the dropship.
She's not happy about it.
That was hard. That was a hard moment for
Conflict. I'm racking up the conflict tonight, boys. All right.
And I'm assuming Raven is activating her.
Oh yeah, immediately. I'm
Okay.
flying.
Flying over towards the ATST.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, so you guys want to head towards the bikes. All right.
Yes.
So you guys are heading towards where you got the information that the speeder bikes are heading. Yeah, that's right. So what I want you guys to do is I want everybody to go ahead and we'll go ahead and roll one more in initiative for tonight to get us in an order. Stormtroopers here. I'm gonna do the bikes first.
I'm going to suffer strain for rapid reaction to give myself an automatic success.
Okay.
Nice.
Initiative.
Nice.
Uh,
Wonder if how to. Okay, yeah, I can change that. So just tell me what you roll.
oh, thank God I did. So that's a 1/1.
You have purples on
Oh,
your roll.
okay. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you can re-roll that.
Sorry.
You're good.
Oh, well,
Hey.
that's 3.
So it should be a 3-1.
There's an extra
so-
1 on there.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it to say 3-1 for you. There we go. All right.
And get rid of that 0/1.
Get rid of the 0-1? Okay.
Yep.
Got it. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... Well, let me go ahead and roll for him. Because we got those 2 Mandalorians flying the vessels too. So I'll put them on here too. So cool if prepared. Man, those guys are good.
Yeah.
Those guys help you out with initiative a lot.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think Raven rolled the best initiative out of everybody that time. It looks like we've got NPCs at the bottom row. All right. So, we've got PC that goes first. You guys can see coming towards you, it looks like 3 groups of, it looks like 9 speeder bikes. It looks like they're separated into 3 groups, and they're zinging up, kind of making their way closer to the area that they were originally trying to go for, the landing area of Foundry 4. They don't look like they've like veered off towards you guys yet, though.
Where are they in relation to us?
Well, see, the issue with the walker is it's not extremely fast. So the bikes are definitely going a little bit faster, and you're kind of going perpendicular to them. Like, you guys are coming closer to them, and they're going straight across. So, yeah, it's... You guys are set on a course that you're going ahead towards them, but you're afraid that they might be going a little bit too fast. You can get to... I would say you're in medium range, planetary medium range right now. I don't know if the ATST's guns can reach that far, but they might. I'm not 100% sure.
No, they're close.
Close?
Close range.
Raven, did you want to pilot, or did you want to use your jetpack and fly around and stuff?
I was gonna just fly towards them.
Okay.
Steal a speeder bike.
Yeah.
There are also stormtroopers present in the area, so there's also that too.
I mean, I'll go. Because I have an extra maneuver with the Triumph, right?
You do. Yep. Extra free
All right,
maneuver.
so I'm just gonna, from the top of our walker, I'm gonna start flying to try and intercept. I don't know if I can get to them because I'm not sure what the range band is on a personal level.
Yeah. I would say you can, with one maneuver, you could close in one range band with your jetpack.
Okay.
You'd be going like full speed in it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with my free maneuver, I'll just
Rocketeer style.
rocket. Yep. So what range does that get me to one of the speeder bikes?
It would give you to short.
I'll take it. Is that 2 purple?
Actually, I think short is 1 purple.
All right.
Are you firing at the bike, or are you firing at the rider?
The rider.
The rider, you got it. So it's 1 purple. I am gonna say, since you're flying like full speed, and you're like
Mhm.
zigging towards these. So I'm gonna add a setback to the attack.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Plus 2 successes and on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
18. Soakable. Minus 5, because they have soak of 5.
Oh.
Okay, so the group of 3 that you fired on,
Mm-hmm.
if you wanted to use the Triumph as a crit, you could
Mhm.
take out 3 of these guys.
I will do so.
Okay, go ahead and describe
my.
as you aim for the bike. You aim for the riders.
Yeah, I'm aiming
describe how
for.
you-
So if they're like in a formation, I'm gonna aim for the first rider, and he slumps over and makes the steering just completely like tailspin, and it takes out.
Yes.
Nice,
And
nice.
they just run right into the back of the bike, and you see the explosions take place. You see one of the bikes just start like endoing across the ground. And just dust kind of forming up everywhere as now like all their heads kind of turn in that direction. And the other speeder bikes, it looks like they're getting ready to make a quick turn over towards you guys. As those
And
three are
I
done.
guess for my my other maneuver, I will just aim.
Just
Nope.
aim.
Nope.
Can I make a suggestion for you, Christy? Can
Sure.
you like try to lead them into our line of fire?
Yes, I could do that. I will take yeah, I will use the maneuver to like bring their attention back to us.
Okay.
Kind of like do a little loop-de-loop.
Okay.
Look at me! I just kill all your guys.
Get me, and I'm gonna take defensive stance.
Okay. Sure. What I'll say based off that advantage and how you described it is if they attack anybody but you, they will have a setback added to their check because you're trying to keep their advantage focused on you. So if they attack anybody else, they'll be kind of distraught because their attention is on you.
Love
All
it.
right. You got it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it. That brings us to another PC. Anybody who'd like to go?
I mean, I can just try and get us within closer range, so Yeska has a better shot.
Okay, so you're going to be
Since I'm
piloting.
the piloting, yeah. I'm assuming we're already at max speed because we've been moving for a little bit towards these bikes.
Oh yeah, you
Or-
want to push it to, you want to max it out?
Yeah, because the max is 2.
Punch it.
Okay.
So I was just going to move it forward.
Okay, does punch it? Does it take any kind of roll
You
or
can't.
anything
It's a
like
3
that?
or it's a 3+. You can't punch it.
Oh, you can't punch. You can't
It's
punch a
yeah,
walker.
It's a 3 plus
Aw.
speed, and it only has 2 speed max.
That'd be great if this thing could just start sprinting. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally just a Gundam now on the
That's
battlefield.
it. Yeah, that's it.
But because it's only legs, once it starts running, it doesn't have the balance to stop.
It is, yeah, it starts to run so fast it leans forward too much and then just slams onto the ground. That's awesome. Yeah, so Tizo just kind of makes this thing start going as fast as it possibly can. Just because I like to roll, go ahead and make a piloting check for me, Tizo, to see how well you're doing controlling this thing in a busy battlefield.
Okay, do I do that from my sheet or from the AT sheet?
You just do it from your
okay.
sheet. Yeah, and just
And-
two purple dice.
2 purple. Okay.
Yeah, let's make it a little interesting though. I'm gonna use a dark side point since I've got 8 of them.
course.
Let's,
That upgrades,
Oh,
correct?
how about that?
That upgrades, correct?
Yeah, upgrades your difficulty, so it'd be 2
Okay.
purple with 1 upgrade. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, so you have no problem. The walker does suffer 2 system strain though,
Okay, let me put that on there.
as you're kind of pushing its limits, as you're seeing how fast these bikes are going, and you're desperately trying to keep up with them, see if you can
Yeah,
stop them
I'm
before
just-
they reach their destination.
And because that's just my maneuver, there's not really an action because I'm trying to see what I could do with this. There's no setbacks for terrain, correct?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
Could you do on target?
Nope, because that's a 3+.
Oh, gotcha.
It's too slow for that, huh?
Yeah, too slow. So basically, yeah, I'm just gonna use the action. Also, I still get an action, right? I'm just gonna use that to take another maneuver.
Okay. So you're still going to continue to move?
Yeah, as close as so I can get within range, as close as I can.
Yeah, I'll say with Raven's distraction and blasting that front group, definitely going to be in range for someone to fire.
Perfect. All right, that's all. That's all I was gonna do.
Perfect. So. That brings us to a PC.
I would like to fire.
You got it, Yeska. Yeska, you're still able to see.
I figured using my sight to get into for us to get moving towards. I think this would be my third round, and so this would be the last time I can see until I do my force power again.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair.
All right.
Which gun are you going to fire? Are you going to fire the guns on the side, or are you going to fire the chin mounted?
I'm going for the chin.
All right, you got it, man.
For that double chin.
So if you plug your character into that walker sheet, like where the weapon is,
I think I did.
Yeah, it looks like
I typed my name in. I don't know if that counts or not.
The difficulty is on this, since you're aiming at let's see the silhouette of these bikes. I think it might be a little bit harder to hit these. Well, they're silhouette too, so it's just one less. So it's 2 purple.
You could aim also with your maneuver.
I think I will.
Okay. So your maneuver will
so
give you
what
a
does
blue
that
boost.
do for me?
Gives you a blue boost.
A blue boost. All right. Let's light them up.
Oh,
nice.
Excellent. So that's up.
So I guess with the 2 other successes, thank you, Dran.
Plus 2, yeah.
That's 8 total damage. These bikes do have no armor whatsoever. And you're firing on a minion group of them. So I'm assuming were you targeting the riders or were you targeting the bikes?
I figure if we target the riders, if they lose control of the bikes just crash and burn anyway. So might as well just target the bikes.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
It's not like we can salvage them.
Yeah.
They're moving at speed, and if I've learned anything from watching Return of the Jedi, is that if you lose control of one of those suckers, it's gonna explode.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you.
It's not gonna just go like.
Tree.
Yeah, especially.
It's not just gonna. It's not just gonna coast to a riderless stop. Like it's going to hit something.
Yeah. Well, with that damage, these are considered planetary weapons. So each one of those singles is worth 10. They don't have the armor or the soak to be able to withstand that. So that whole minion group of 3 is destroyed. So you can go ahead and describe how it happens.
I start kind of leading the target a little bit because I'm not sure like kind of where they are because they're moving pretty quick. And so it's like hitting the ground and it's starting to put up showers of dirt so they can't quite see.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, kind of moves forward trying to get through that dirt. And there's a large boulder and it smashes into the boulder. And then as the other 2 kind of zip by on either side of the boulder, my blaster fire finally finds them and it just takes out just 2 as they turn to look at their leader. They both explode.
Excellent. Yes. So 3 more speeder bikes are destroyed on the battlefield as Yeska.
So we've only got 1 more minion group, is that right?
1 more minion group. There are also stormtroopers around. So there's a lot of those as well.
Does this cause any collateral damage to these stormtroopers?
Unfortunately, you didn't roll any advantages there. If you had advantages, you could have used advantage to do that. But unfortunately, no, not for this. You just destroyed that minion group.
I will give Yeska a high 5.
Yeska, you can still see him. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's...
Lose
Oh,
the
now
gem.
you're in the audio.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There he's
I forgot. I mute myself when it's not my turn because sometimes my chair creaks. So it's like with the last vestiges of my thermal vision, I just nail his high five. Just
Yes. All right, so we got two more PCs to go.
I would ask the Mandalorian that's piloting to fly me up to the speeders and banks so I can get a quad laser shot on him.
Okay. Let's call that.
If he can.
Let's call that gaining the advantage. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll 3 green dice for me, MG,
Okay.
against 2 purple
Against 2 purple with a co-pilot.
with a co-pilot. That's right.
Well, he fails.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be gaining you much advantage on this. You do get a boost pass to you
Okay.
with those 2
Are
advantages.
we close
so-
enough to fire, or does that mean he doesn't get us within range of them?
You're close enough to fire. It's just you don't get like the upgrade that would come with gaining the advantage. I think it
Cool,
doesn't
cool,
gaining
cool,
advantage
cool.
give the next person like an upgrade or something.
I think it adds
Yeah,
something.
so you just don't get that benefit. You're in
Okay,
range.
then cool. Then that was his turn, unless he has anything else he wants to do.
Nope, that's all he would do.
And
Is
if
he's just flying.
Yep. And then I will tap into the dorsal mounted quad laser cannon and unleash a volley on these speeder bikes.
Last 3 speeder bikes. Okay, you aiming for the
Yep.
bikes or the people?
I think being in a ship, I assume we have to aim for the bikes. That like it's I don't know if that's
Yeah,
know,
you can do that.
that's
It's totally up to you. Whatever you prefer.
I will aim, and I think is this a 2? I guess the silhouettes.
It'd be 2 purple from the range and
Okay.
where you're
Yeah. So I'm gonna dorsal mounted turret.
at. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, it hits for 6 with some advantage, and I'll take the crit.
Take the crit.
Yeah.
All right. So crit automatically destroys 1. And 6 is since these bikes only have no armor with 2 hull trauma.
Oh.
You take both of those bikes out too. So you take the whole minion group out with your dorsal turret quad laser cannons. Go ahead and you can describe it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just like, fingers flying over the buttons as I'm like getting all the trajectories right, like watching it, angle up and move it over 3 degrees. Boom.
Nice.
So watch him in succession.
And you guys are feeling great. The momentum is just totally in your corner. But that's when you all hear this low droning, this and Raven, you like start to look up and all the TIE fighters that are left have all kind of grouped up and are just kind of starting to slowly drop down into position above you guys. And as they kind of almost block the sun as this massive group of TIE fighters is moving down, that's where we're going to end this episode of Star Wars Force and Destiny.
I knew it.
we still gonna die.